Distinguishing spiritual bypass. Spiritual bypass can be understood as emotional bypass. It's often the way we use spiritual truths in order to avoid difficult emotions and difficult truths about ourselves or our situation or our past. And so it's often accompanied by avoidance of difficult feelings or jumping straight to spiritual truths. And so people who use this as a survival mechanism, which they probably learned from difficult situations growing up, where it did the trick, but no longer serves our true self, it serves our ego. And so it's used to avoid difficult feelings. And so people who are prone to spiritual truths will always have a mask, and they know the phrases to use. They know all the spiritual lingo, and they're often very, very nice and don't express any negative emotions, which can be seen as a form of toxic positivity, where negative emotions and negative truths are just avoided at all costs. And we know that when we do that, there really is no way to heal, because healing involves going into the difficult emotions. And if we don't do that, then we actually avoid our true selves. We avoid the healing of our hearts and become cartoons of ourselves in a way. I've had experiences with this where I had conflict with a family member, and instead of facing their anger at me, they jumped to spiritual truths, which I could see in social media posts, which is kind of hilarious, where it was something like, I don't hate, I just nothing you, as if that's an expression of true spirituality, when it's actually using a spiritual truth of non-attachment and the benefits of non-attachment to express hatred is really what that is. So in a sense, spiritual bypassing can aid in evil, because it's very ego driven and uses these beautiful truths to actually express egoic ideas like hatred. Uh, so spiritual bypassing is very common these days. Uh, on the one hand, it shows that people are trying. On the other hand, it's often a very difficult thing to see in oneself. I know that I've done it in the past when I was much younger, and it's a really important survival mechanism to weed out of ourselves.